resistance pounds like it wants to slow the pulse that drives my frame. But I hit against the beat with power strong enough to reset the game. Every motion becomes a challenge, throwing sparks through every vein. And I rise, pushing faster than the rhythm dare to claim. Break the rhythm rim that tries to slow your pulse, outrun its grip with speed. Push through hesitations, drag until its count is left to bleed. And move with force that turns the beat into a tool for what you need. And rise with motion fierce enough to take the lead. And rise with motion fierce enough to take the lead. Take the lead. Take the lead. Take the lead. The rhythm tightens like a rope, hoping it can hold me where I stand. But I rip the time it's grabbing's grasp, shape it with my hand. Every step I take becomes a pattern only I command. And I move with thunder, breaking through the plan. When the rhythm tries to pull me back into a pace that doesn't match my fire, I shatter every measure with the speed no rule can tire. The beat collapses under energy, too wild to inspire. And I finish right in rhythm, fueled by my desire. The rhythm of resistance pounds like it wants to slow the pulse that drives my frame. But I hit against the beat with power strong enough to reset the game. Every motion becomes a challenge, throwing sparks through every vein. And I rise, pushing faster than the rhythm dare to claim. Break the rhythm that tries to slow your pulse, outrun its grip with speed. Push through hesitations, drag until its count is left to bleed. And move with force that turns the beat into a tool for what you need. And rise with motion fierce enough to take the lead. And rise. The rhythm tightens like a rope, hoping it can hold me where I stand. But I rip the time it's from its grasp and shape it with my hand. Every step I take becomes a pattern only I command. And I move with thunder, breaking through the plan. When the rhythm tries to pull me back into a pace that doesn't match my fire, I shatter every measure with the speed no rule can tire. The beat collapses under energy, too wild to inspire. And I finish right in rhythm, fueled by my desire.
I taste the burn before it hits. A savage spark that tears the quiet from my chest. Every movement drags the fear into the light, where I expose it like a test. Weakness begs for mercy, but I crush it merciless, refusing to let it rest. And every breath becomes a weapon, proving I was built to dominate the stress. Break the weakness before it breaks you. Hit the limit and attack. Turn the pressure into power. Never pull your effort back. Face the ground with burning fury. Let it carve you sharp and black. Rise relentless through the struggle. With a strength they'll never crack. The ground shakes under my footsteps as the world learns what a forged heart becomes. Pain tries to claim its victory, but I silence it with grit that never numbs. Every strike becomes a message. And crush it blow by blow. And I finish standing savage with a darkness can't overthrow. I taste the burn before it hits. A savage is the quiet from my chest. Every movement drags a fear into the light, where I expose it like a test. Weakness begs for mercy, but I crush it merciless. Refusing to let it rest. And every breath becomes a weapon, proving I was built to dominate the stress. Dominate the stress. Break the weakness before it breaks you. Hit the limit and attack. Turn the pressure into power. Never pull your effort back. Face the grind with burning fury. Let it carve you sharp and black. Rise relentless through the struggle. With a strength they'll never crack. Footsteps as the world learns what a forged heart becomes. Pain tries to claim its victory, but I silence it with grit that never numbs. Every strike becomes a message louder than 1,000 beating drums, carving pathways through resistance where the fearless warrior comes. When exhaustion claws my spine and I try to drag my fire slow, I summon storms from scars that tell me how far a future go. I meet the challenge face to face and crush it blow by blow. And I finish standing savage with a the darkness can't overthrow.
Heat crashes through my body like a hammer striking something meant to break. But I rise through every impact with a force the faint of heart could never fake. Every second claws at weakness, tearing down the parts I must remake. And in the furnace of the grind I sharpen power, no hesitation can overtake. Built in the furnace where the strong are made, I rise with fire in my breath, facing pressure like a weapon, never bending under death. Storms surround my footsteps, but I walk them with unyielding depth. And I conquer every battle, fueled by grit that roars beneath my chest. The burn becomes my ally as the fire's echo shakes the ground below. Shakes the ground below. The burn becomes my ally as the low shakes the ground below. Every motion strikes with vengeance at the fear I used to let control my flow. I turn the pain into momentum, driving where the ruthless go. And I claim my place among the heart and souls who never move too slow. When exhaustion tries to steal the throne I built from struggle every day, I rise with strength I force from scars that taught me never to obey. The darkness tries to swallow me, but I refuse to fade away. And I end the fight victorious, undefeated in the fray. Heat crashes through my body like a hammer striking something meant to break. But I rise through every impact with a force the faint of heart can never fake. Every second closet weakness, tearing down the parts I must remake. And in the furnace of the grind I sharpen power, no hesitation can overtake. Built in the furnace where the strong are made, I rise with fire in my breath, facing pressure like a weapon, never bending under death. Storms surround my footsteps, but I walk them with unyielding depth. Then I conquer every battle, fueled by grit that roars beneath my chest. The burn becomes my ally as the fire's echo shakes the ground below. Every motion strikes with vengeance at the fear I used to. I turn the pain into momentum, driving where the ruthless go. And I claim my place among the heart and souls who never move too slow. When exhaustion tries to steal the throne I built from struggle every day, I rise with strength I forged from scars that taught me never to obey. The darkness tries to swallow me, but I refuse to fade away. And I end the fight victorious, undefeated in the fray. The room feels tight with pressure, like it wants to squeeze the courage from my chest. But I step in with authority and let the air know I will not be oppressed. Every move I make expands my presence until the walls themselves are stressed. And I rise claiming ground with confidence no force can dispossess. Claim the space that tries to push you out, stand firm in every stride. Push through pressure with the fire, you don't apologize or hide. Move with dominance that turns the timid, feel it inside out wide. And rise with presence, power enough to rise with presence, power enough to shift the whole divide. The shadows try to crowd me, thinking they can force my spirit small, but I spread my weight like thunder, shaking every corner of the hall. Every step becomes a statement that I never learned to crawl, and I move like one whose purpose towers over all. When the room makes one last effort to compress the strength I hold, I answer with expansion fueled by discipline controlled. Space bows down before the force I confidently unfold, and I finish owning ground that once tried keeping me cold. Every step shakes loose the fear that clings like shadows waiting for me to collapse. But I tear it from my spine with discipline that snaps the weakness from its trap. The world can throw its heaviest storms, but I return each blow with brutal slaps. And every breath becomes a war cry, rising sharp enough to cut through every lapse. Crush the battle before it touches your will. Stand ready for the war you choose. Rise with fury, forged from iron. Let the timid watch you refuse. Fight the limits with aggression. Never bow, never excuse. And blaze through every challenge, knowing you were built to never lose. Pain tries to take my crown, but I defend it with a heart ignited deep inside. Every rep becomes a strike that amplifies the force I never learned to hide. Weakness trembles at my footsteps, knowing I will never let it ride. And I push with savage focus, burning through the fear that once applied. When the final push demands the strength I buried in the battles of my past, I pull it into motion with the rage too fierce to ever let me finish last. The fire roars within me, turning every doubt to dust blown fast. And I end the fight unbroken, victory carved into my cast. Every step shakes loose the fear that clings like shadows waiting for me to collapse. But I tear it from my spine with discipline that snaps the weakness from its traps. The world can throw its heaviest storms, but I return each blow with brutal slaps. And every breath becomes a war cry, rising sharp enough to cut through every lapse. Crush the battle before it touches your will. Stand ready for the war you choose. Rise with fury, forged from iron. Let the timid watch you refuse. Fight the limits with aggression. Never bow, never excuse. And blaze through every challenge, knowing you were built to never lose. Pain tries to take my crown, but I defend it with a heart ignited deep inside. Every rep becomes a strike that amplifies the force I never learned to hide. Weakness trembles at my footsteps, knowing I will never let it ride. And I push with savage focus, burning through the fear that once applied.
push demands the strength I buried in the battles of my past. I pull it into motion with the rage too fierce to ever let me finish last. The fire roars within me, turning every doubt to dust blown fast. And I end the fight unbroken, victory carved into my cast.
Before it dominates you, crush the doubt under your feet. Charge through pressure with intensity no weakness could defeat. Push until the battlefield trembles beneath your heat, and rise as the force this earth will never see compete. And rise as the force this earth will never see compete. The floor beneath me roars like it wants to test the strength I bring. But I answer with the power rising louder than a war drum's ring. Every rep becomes a stomp that makes the timid shadows cling. Shadows cling, shadows cling, shadows cling, shadows cling. And I move like a conqueror built from storms and discipline. Tries one last time to break my form and steal my rise. I press against it harder with the fire that electrifies. I leave the earth in ruins underfoot and claim my winning prize. Standing tall atop the place the weaker spirit dies. The ground shakes under my steps like it wants to question if I'm strong enough to stay. But I slam my weight into the earth with the force that makes hesitations run away. Every stride becomes a challenge thrown, fear without delay. And I blaze across the battlefield, proving I'm the one who sets the way. Dominate the ground before it dominates you. Crush the doubt under your feet. Charge through pressure with intensity no weakness could defeat. Push until the battlefield trembles beneath your heat, and rise as the force this earth will never see compete. And rise as the force this earth will never see compete. The floor beneath me roars like it wants to test the strength I bring. But I answer with the power rising louder than a war drum's ring. Every rep becomes a stomp that makes the timid shadows cling. Shadows cling, shadows cling, shadows cling, shadows cling. And I move like a conqueror built from storms and discipline. When the ground tries one last time to break my form and steal my rise, I press against it harder with the fire that electrifies. I leave the earth in ruins underfoot and claim my winning prize. Standing tall atop the place the weaker spirit dies. The weight slams down like an enemy, determined to control my breath. But I grip the steel with precision, knowing nothing here will bring me death. Every laugh becomes a promise carved from discipline I've sharpened underneath. And I rise, pushing back with fury, screaming nothing steals my strength. Face the weight that tries to crush your pulse. strength from every moment. I refuse to let fear slow. The weight gives way to fire as I rise and let the victory show. And I finish like a titan, untouched, unbroken, set to grow. The weight slams down like an energy, determined to control my breath. But I grip the steel with precision, knowing nothing here will bring me death. Every lift becomes a promise cut from discipline I've sharpened underneath. And I rise, pushing back with fury, screaming nothing steals my strength. Face the weight that tries to crush your pulse. Stand firm and let it know you're the force it can't dismantle. You're the storm it can't outgrow. Live with fire in your heartbeat. Let your courage overflow and rise through every burden with the power built to show. My hands shake, but I don't tremble. I convert the pressure into might. Every rep becomes a strike that shows exactly how I fight. The weight may try to pin me down, but I refuse to lose the height. And I push with savage discipline that radiates like blinding light. When the steel feels like an anchor trying hard to pull me low, I gather strength from every moment. I refuse to let fear slow. The weight gives way to fire as I rise and let the victory show. And I finish like a titan, untouched, unbroken, set to grow. A weaker version of me waits in the dark, hoping I'll break and crawl back down. But I confront it with a fury strong enough to shake its trembling crown. Every breath I draw becomes a weapon that refuses to stand around. And I push past who I was to earn the strength I fiercely found. Fight the shadow version of yourself, don't ever let it guide your run. Break its grip with brutal effort, rise and show what you've become. Let the warrior in your heartbeat stand exactly where the weak feel undone. Improve with every stride, you're not the half-light, you're the sun. My old fears try to echo through the walls inside my mind once more, but I crushed them like a fortress, breaking down a long forgotten door. Every step I take erases what the shadow stood there for, and I replace it with a fire burning deeper to the core. When the shadow tries a final time to drag me back into its place, I rise with all the power earned from battles I refuse to erase. I outrun the ghost of who I was and leave it without a trace, and finish standing fearless in the strength I now embrace. crawl back down. But I confront it with a fury strong enough to shake its trembling crown. Every breath I draw becomes a weapon that refuses to stand around. And I push past who I was to earn the strength I fiercely found. Fight the shadow version of yourself, don't ever let it guide your run. Break its grip with brutal effort, rise and show what you've become. Let the warrior in your heartbeat stand exactly where the weak feel undone. And prove with every stride you're not the half-life. You're the sun. My old fears try to echo through the walls inside my mind once more, but I crush them like a fortress breaking down a long forgotten door. Every step I take erases what that shadow stood there for, and I replace it with a fire burning deeper to the core. When the shadow tries a final time to drag me back into its place, I rise with all the power earned from battles I refuse to erase. I outrun the ghost of who I was and leave it without a trace, and finish standing fearless in the strength I now embrace. Stands tall like it thinks I'll break before I reach its height, but I charge with iron footsteps ready to test its urge to fight. Every breath becomes a strike that turns resistance into light, and I rise with savage purpose cutting through its might. Hit the wall until the wall is fear, show you're the stronger one. Push with thunder till the cracks reveal the battle has begun. Breaking silence with a force brighter than the sun, and rise through shattered stone, knowing victory's already won. Pushes back like it wants to keep my future blocked, but I slam it with the rhythm strong enough to leave it shocked. Every hit becomes a truth no obstacle has ever mocked, and I climb through falling pieces once tightly locked. When the wall tries hard to stand again and claim its place, I crush it with the memory of every challenge I had to face. The final blow sends fragments crashing out of grace, and I finish on the other side, feeling steady in the race. The wall stands tall like it thinks I'll break before I reach its height, but I charge with iron footsteps ready to test its urge to fight. Every breath becomes a strike that turns resistance into light, and I rise with savage purpose cutting through its might. Hit the wall until the wall hits fear, show you're the stronger one. Push with thunder till the cracks reveal the battle has begun. Breaking silence with a force brighter than the sun. crashing out of grace, and I finish on the other side, feeling steady in the race. Oh, oh, oh.
Tension grips my muscles. I unleash a force that scorches through my bones. Every doubt collapses, screaming as I tear it down with power, no excuse postponed. This fight is carved from steel and sweat, where only heart and spirit's home. And I walk the path like a predator, rising fiercely through the unknown. No mercy for the limits in my way, with the violent stride. Fueled by rage that turns the quiet into storms I never hide. Every challenge feels the moment I arrive, electrified. And I rise, crushing hesitation, grinding forward, amplified. Becomes my compass, guiding me where warriors learn to thrive. Each rep becomes a strike that proves I'm more than here to just survive. Pain screams threats, but I reply with strength that keeps my fire alive. And I push through every boundary like a storm refusing to divide. When the final seconds tighten like a fist around my tired flame, I answer with the roar, declaring I'm the one who owns this game. No fear, no pause, no surrender, only hunger I reclaim. And I finish leaving nothing but destruction in my name. The moment tension grips my muscles, I unleash a force that scorches through my bones. Every doubt collapses, screaming as I tear it down with power, no excuse postpones. This fight is carved from steel and sweat, where only heart and spirit's home. And I walk the path like a predator, rising fiercely through the unknown. No mercy for the limits in my way, with the violent stride. Fueled by rage that turns the quiet into storms I never hide. Every challenge fears the moment I arrive, electrified. And I rise, crushing hesitation, grinding forward, amplified. The burn becomes my compass, guiding me where warriors learn to thrive. Each rep becomes a strike that proves I'm more than here to just survive. Pain screams threats, but I reply with strength that keeps my fire alive. And I push through every boundary like a storm refusing to divide. When the final seconds tighten like a fist around my tired flame, I answer with the roar, declaring I'm the one who owns this game. No fear, no pause, no surrender, only
of who I used to be. Reach out with chains that want me reduced, but I ripped them from my shoulders with a rage that can't be tamed or reproduced. Every scar becomes a lesson that no weakness will be reintroduced. And I rise ready to demolish every limit that's ever been produced. Rip the chains of the future you refuse to fear. Take control and dominate, 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 dominate. Turn the past into a battlefield you've long since learned to detonate, 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 detonate. Run with force that makes your hesitation crumble and disintegrate, and push into the future with a will you never hesitate to elevate. Try whispering I'm not built to go this far, but I crush them under discipline that burns like an unquenchable star. Every rep becomes a step that tears the old restraints apart, and I carve a path so furious that no doubt can leave a scar. When the old fears scream for mercy as I rise into the new, I answer with the force of everything I swore I'd break through. The future bows before the warrior that yesterday never knew, and I finish free from every chain, rebuilt, unbound and true. Of who I used to be, reach out with chains that want me reduced, but I rip them from my shoulders with a rage that can't be tamed or reproduced. Every scar becomes a lesson and no weakness will be reintroduced. And I rise ready to demolish every limit that's ever been produced. Rip the chains off the future you fulfill. Take control and dominate, 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 dominate. Turn the past into a battlefield you long since learned to detonate, 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 detonate. Run with force that makes your hesitation crumble and disintegrate, and push into the future with a will you never hesitate to elevate. Shadows of my yesterday try whispering I'm not built to go this far, but I crush them under discipline that burns like an unquenchable star. Every rep becomes a step that tears the old restraints apart, and I carve a path so furious that no doubt can leave a scar. When the old fears scream for mercy as I rise into the new, the new, the new, the new, I answer with the force of everything I swore I'd break through, break through, break through. The few future bows before the warrior that yesterday never knew, never knew, never knew. And I'm pushing for the future with a will you never known to trade to elevate.
Ticking feels like war drums pounding threats across the edge of time. But I sprint through every second with a force that keeps my fire prime. Pressure builds with every heartbeat, trying hard to steal my climb. Yet I rise faster than the minutes, racing wild inside my mind. Rise against the clock that tries to beat you, outrun every doubt it sends. Push through seconds, turning violent as the burning pressure bends. Fight the ticking with a fury that you sharpen, focus defense, and finish with a pace so savage, time itself can't comprehend. Countdown claws at every breath like it wants ownership of my speed. But I fuel the race with discipline, far stronger than in the rush I need. Every push becomes a promise that no second will impede, and I carve a path through pressure where the fastest warriors lead. When the final moments tighten like a rope around my drive, I unleash the strength I built from days I fought to stay alive. The clock shatters under motion, no force could ever deprive, and I finish far beyond the line where only champions arrive. The ticking feels like war drums pounding threats across the edge of time. But I sprint through every second with a force that keeps my fire prime. Pressure builds with every heartbeat, trying hard to steal my climb. Yet I rise faster than the minutes, racing wild inside my mind. Rise against the clock that tries to beat you, outrun every doubt it sends. Push through seconds, turning violent as the burning pressure bends. Fight the ticking with a fury that you sharpen, focus defense, and finish with a pace so savage, time itself can't comprehend. Doubt begins to whisper, I drown it out with strides to shake the ground. Pushing past the comfort zone where weaker versions of myself were once found. Every heartbeat hits like lightning as I chase the fire through the sound. And in the storm of effort rising, I refuse to ever turn around. I run beyond the edge of fear with steps that tear the silence wide. Charging through the shadows with a focus no resistance can divide. Turning every failure to fuel as I keep the hunger burning inside. And I rise in motion, stronger than the doubts I used to hide. The doubts I used to hide. lift the weight of hesitation with a power only discipline knows. Every push becomes a promise that no fear will ever take control. And I carve a path through challenge like a fire through the cold, 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 cold. When the final mile tries to break me with the pressure of his cruel demand, I dig deeper into the courage shaped by days I chose to make a stand. Strength becomes a language written boldly in the sweat upon my hands. And I finish with the victory that only true resilience understands. The moment doubt begins to whisper, I drown it out with strides that shake the ground. Pushing past the comfort zone where weaker versions of myself were once found. Every heartbeat hits like lightning as I chase the fire through the sound. And in the storm of effort rising, I refuse to ever turn around. I run beyond the edge of fear with steps that tear the silence wide. Charging through the shadows with a focus no resistance can divide. Turning every failure to fuel as I keep the hunger burning inside. And I rise in motion, stronger than the doubts I used to hide. All the doubts I used to hide. Challenge like a fire through the cold, 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 cold. When the final mile tried to break me with the pressure of his cruel demand, I dig deeper into the courage shaped by days I chose to make a stand. Strength becomes a language written boldly in the sweat upon my hands. And I finish with the victory that only true resilience understands.
The fire rises like a threat, daring me to step inside its violent glow. But I rush into the blaze with a confidence only forged by what I know. Every spark explodes around me, yet I charge instead of moving slow. And I rise to raging flames with a will too fierce to overthrow. Run through the fire you thought would burn you down. Let it be your fuel. Turn the heat into your weapon. Let the blaze become your tool. Push with power that makes the flame obey your rule. And rise through burning trials, breaking every fear once cruel. strength I now portray. inside is violent glow. But I rush into the blaze with a confidence only forged by what I know. Every spark explodes around me, yet I charge instead of moving slow. And I rise to raging flames with a will too fierce to overthrow. Trembling at the strength I now patrol. When the heat grows wild enough to test the core of who I am, I push with every ounce of courage carved from where my storms began. The fire bends before my will like a defeated battle plan, and I finish walking through the flames untouched by what they span. Pressure builds like a storm, determined to force me down into the dirt. But I rise through every crushing wave, refusing to let its weight assert. Every breath becomes defiance, carving strength where others hurt. And I walk through pressure, boldly burning fierce and alert. Stand above the pressure that wants you on your knees. Hold your ground and rise, push through storms designed to test the fire in your eyes. Crush the wave with power, hesitation never tries to move with force that even pressure can't disguise. And move with force that even pressure can't disguise. And move with force that even pressure can't disguise. The burden tightens like a vice, trying to suffocate my climb. But I press against this crushing grip with discipline sublime. Every rep becomes a strike that pulls me farther from its grime. And I build a throne from pressure, one rep at a time. When the final wave is hardest, trying to tear my effort down, I roar against the pressure, breaking everything around. I rise untouched by burdens meant to keep me bound, and finish high above the storm where true strength is found. Down, 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 down. Pressure builds like a storm. Pressure builds like a storm. Pressure builds like a storm, determined to force me down into the dirt. But I rise through every crushing wave, refusing to let its weight assert. Every breath becomes defiance, carving strength where others hurt. And I walk through pressure, boldly burning fierce and alert. Stand above the pressure that wants you on your knees. Hold your ground and rise, push through storms designed to test the fire in your eyes. Crush the weight with power, hesitation never tries to move with force that even pressure can't disguise. Then move with force that even pressure
I hear the echo of my heartbeat clash against the doubts that try to hold me down. Every rep becomes a turning point where weaker versions of me finally drown. The climb is steep, but I keep rising with a fire heavy enough to shake the ground. And every breath declares I'm chasing goals too big to keep me bound. Strength rises where my limits fall, and courage takes its place. Power builds in every step like lightning, charging through my pace. Every challenge stands before me, but I meet it face to face. And I rise again, refusing to surrender in the fierce and burning chase. When exhaustion tries to claim me in the moments where the stakes are high, I summon strength from battles past that taught me how to rise and amplify. Every setback I have conquered fuels the fire burning sky to sky. And I finish standing fearless with no hesitation left to justify. I hear the echo of my heartbeat clash against the doubts that try to hold me down. Every rep becomes a turning point where weaker versions of me finally drown. The climb is steep, but I keep rising with a fire heavy enough to shake the ground. And every breath declares I'm chasing goals too big to keep me bound. Strength rises where my limits fall, and courage takes its place. Power builds in every step like lightning, charging through my pace. Every challenge stands before me, but I meet it face to face. And I rise again, refusing to surrender in the fierce and burning chase.
And I finished standing fearless with no hesitation left to justify.
The pressure hits like a battlefield, but I don't flinch, I let the fire crawl beneath my vein. Every breath explodes like gunfire as I crush the fear that tries to lock me in its chains. This grind was built to break the weak, but I rise ruthless, fueled by storms and growing pains. And every rep becomes a warning shot that echoes through the limits I destroy without restraint. Tear through the walls that dare to hold you, break the silence with your roar. Rip the weakness from your shadow, leave it trembling on the floor. Turn your struggle into weapons forged from battles fought before, and rise merciless through the chaos, hungry, driven, craving more.
The world can crush the fragile.
Or crawl. So I rise like a storm unleashed, unyielding, burning, standing tall. Like a battlefield, but I don't flinch, I let the fire crawl beneath my veins. Every breath explodes like gunfire as I crush the fear that tries to lock me in its chains. This grind was built to break the weak, but I rise ruthless, fueled by storms and growing pains. And every rep becomes a warning shot that echoes through the limits I destroy without restraint. Tear through the walls that dare to hold you, break the silence with your roar. From your shadow, leave it trembling on the floor. Turn your struggle into weapons forged from battles fought before, and rise merciless through the chaos, hungry, driven, craving more.
The world can crush the fragile.
But I'm carved from grit, no force can bear. Fall. I let the fire rip through doubt and answer with the power none can stall. Victory doesn't wait for those who hesitate or crawl. So I rise like a storm unleashed, unyielding, burning, standing tall. claws into my muscles, trying hard to drag my fire down. But I grind my teeth and rise with fury strong enough to flip the ground. Every burn inside my chest becomes a beat that shakes the world around. And I walk through agony like a king reclaiming a throne long overdue and crowned. Turn the pain into a weapon they can't contain. Let it sharpen every blow. Let the fire in your body guide the path you choose to grow. Hit the limits harder than the doubts that claim you'll never overthrow. And rise above the breaking point with an unstoppable burning flow. And rise above the breaking point with an unstoppable burning flow. And rise above the breaking point. The ache inside my arms becomes a signal that I'm built to never stop. Every repetition shakes the weakness from the place it tries to crop. Pain can scream its warnings, but I turn it into fuel to make me pop. And I keep climbing with the savagery that pushes me to the top. When the final sting gets violent and demands I drop or fall, I stand and face the agony with a part that answers every call. Pain bends and breaks beneath the force of someone giving all. And I finish forged in fire, undefeatable and tall. Pain sinks claws into my muscles, trying hard to drag my fire down. But I grind my teeth and rise with fury strong enough to flip the ground. Every burn inside my chest becomes a beat that shakes the world around. And I walk through agony like a king reclaiming the throne long overdue and crowned. Turn pain into a weapon they can't contain. Let it sharpen every blow. Let the fire in your body guide the path you choose to grow. The limits harder than the doubts that claim you'll never overthrow. And rise above the breaking point with an unstoppable burning flow. The ache inside my arms becomes a signal that I'm built to never stop. Every repetition shakes the weakness from the place it tries to crop. Pain can scream its warnings, but I turn it into fuel to make me pop. And I keep climbing with the savagery that pushes me to top. When the final sting is violent